Yesterday on October 1st of 2020, Hypixel Skyblock released Floor 6 of the Catacombs, our first dungeon here on Hypixel Skyblock, and this is the challenge that we were looking for. This floor is filled with multiple levels to a very intense and insane giant boss fight. And by giant, I mean actual giants. There's actual giants just running around trying to kill you. It's quite insane. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys my first 10 S runs from Floor 6. These are a lot of fun. Shout out to my party for carrying me. And yeah, it was very neat. It was a very tough floor, you guys will see in a moment. Floor 6 is quite ridiculously hard. Although this video is only showcasing 10 runs, those 10 runs being so early on into the floor being released took a long time to complete and record. Seriously, we spent quite a few hours on this video. So if you guys want to support me, all you need to do is just make sure that subscribe button it says subscribe. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, leave a like on the video. I would very much appreciate it. If we could go for 1,500 likes on this video, that would be absolutely amazing. And yeah, make sure you're subscribed because it helps me out tremendously. So Floor 6 of the Catacombs added a lot of new items. If we go into our Weather Essence collection right here, we can see the Flower of Truth, a new weapon. We can also see a Precursor Eye, which is a type of helmet, I believe, a giant sword, a full Necromancer's Lord set, which I believe is going to be very strong for mage setups, as well as a Necromancer sword, which is very powerful in dungeons when it's a dungeon item. So a lot of really cool items that we can see that we can upgrade later on, but there's also a bunch of items that came out that are just in the runs or in chests. For example, like some of the, if we go in here really quickly, like Ancient Roses or Mimic Fragments. There's a bunch of new items that you guys are going to see today. So at the end of the video, I will make sure I go over all the loot. But right now, sit back and relax and enjoy this little time lapse with some music of us taking on the brand new Floor 6 of the Catacombs. One thing that is very unfortunate about this video is I actually had one of my 10 runs glitch. I couldn't open up my chest. For all I know, I had one of the brand new armor pieces in there or something even better that I don't even know about yet. So unfortunately, I did not get to open up one of the loot runs, and it kind of bugged. So I had to leave the lobby empty-handed. Very sad, but it is what it is. In terms of what we got, I kind of teased this at the beginning. We got a Mimic Fragment. That was from within the dungeon. From a chest, we got an Ancient Rose. You can use these to craft the Flower of Truth, which shoots a rose that ricochets between enemies, damaging up to 3 of your foes. Damage multiplies as more enemies are hit. So very interesting. I do want to try this out. I believe a couple of my friends are going to be trying this out soon, so I'm going to keep an eye on them and see how it goes. But you do need 9 of them for the Flower of Truth. So hopefully it's actually pretty good, because that's a lot of them. I only got 1 in 10 runs, so hopefully there's more. The Mimic Fragment, although not from a chest, I do consider this part of our loot from today, and it's actually really cool. It creates a Lesser Orb of Healing, a Shard of a Dungeon Blessing, capable of being bestowed upon another player for a continuous buff, but draining mana. So Orb of Life, right-click teammate, grants 5% HP per second and mana drain of 50 mana per second. You do need 9 of them. I think it's definitely worth it, though, and something I'm going to be working on. So yeah, I have 1. And this could be really helpful when you're running healer. I think that would be really cool. They added a brand new ultimate enchant in this floor as well called Swarm. This one's actually really interesting. I thought this was an armor enchant. It turns out that's actually a weapon enchant. So it's called Swarm. Increase your damage by a percentage for each enemy within 10 blocks, maximum of 16 enemies. So just the way it was kind of worded, it made me start to believe that this was actually a armor enchant. So it's really cool that this is a sword one. And this might actually change the way that people consider, because I haven't done any testing of it yet, but it might be better than combo or just some of the other ultimate enchants that you tend to put on swords. Like Swarm 5, increase your damage by 6.2% for each enemy within 10 blocks, maximum of 16 enemies. So that could actually be really good. So like that's like almost 80% more damage, which is quite ridiculous when you have that many mobs around you. So this might be something that gets considered when you're using, I don't know, for example, a Livid Dagger in dungeons, or just anything outside of dungeons where there's a lot of mobs in one central location. So it's going to be really interesting to see if this book is as useful as I think it's going to be. Overall, in my opinion though, I'm really happy with how the gameplay in Floor 6 turned out. You complete the regular dungeon by doing your quests, and by that I mean secrets, and by the end you get to this insane boss fight that requires a lot of teamwork, because otherwise you will get dropped. And I got killed quite a bit because I was helping my team out by trying to go healer, and I'm not sure if I helped or just made things worse. Okay, I'm kidding. I definitely made things a lot harder on my team, but shout out to Soko for putting up with me for quite a few runs. I do appreciate it, and helped me get this video out, as well as my other party members that you guys saw in the video. So anyways, that's going to be it for me today. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you guys are new around here, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Subscribe, you know, it helps me out tremendously. Road to 60K, baby!